I want to know if this has ever happened to you. It's late on a Saturday, or it's early on a Saturday, early on a Sunday morning, and you're trying to sleep in, and you hear the neighbor mowing the lawn, and it's the only day that you have to sleep in, and you're so annoyed. Well, what if we could offer to you a chance to not only cut your grass in the most ultimate way, but there are no fumes, there's no noise, there's simple operation, and it's going to give you a better, cleaner difference to the way that you mow your lawn. This is our most popular lawn mower. It's from EARTHWISE. We call it the Real Mower, and it comes with a removable grass catcher. We're going to show that to you in just a little bit, but this thing is quiet. So for those noisy neighbors that wake up at the crack of dawn that decide that they want to mow their lawn on that one day that you have to sleep in and you want to sleep late, this is exactly what they need, right?
So you think we should buy this for all the noisy neighbors?
Well, no, you buy it for yourself because you might be that neighbor.
Exactly.
The reason why people like to do it because they want to get up really early before the sun comes out, before it gets too hot.
Exactly. So you'll be able to do this that way. The Real Mower is, if it was just about never having to start that mower again, if it was just about you never had to put your foot up there and pull that starter,
my gosh,
you never had to get the gas and mix the oil and just figure out at the beginning of every season, how do I get it started? If that was just the reason, it would be great. But if you knew that you could use a Real Mower like this and you could get a better result with the way your lawn grows, with the way each one of those blades of grass is cut, why not do it? It has all those advantages. And this particular Real Mower has a lot of different features that I think you're going to love. So the process with a Real Mower is that the reel is actually this area in the middle, and those are spinning, and then they're going to, I'm going to tilt it up. I'm going to show everybody exactly what's happening here. How about that? Now we can see what's going on. So right here, this is the reel. This is why we call it a Real Mower. This is a 5-blade reel, so you can see each one of these blades that turns, and as they turn against this area right here, it's acting like a scissor. Can you see that? Each one of those moving up, giving you that scissor cut. That's why it's a better quality cut for your grass, because here's the difference. It's cutting each piece of grass like a scissor, as opposed to using that high-powered, high RPM mower that's gas-powered, where that blade is spinning and it's chopping the top of all that grass. So when you pick up a blade of grass, and you know what, we can even see it here, because this grass has been cut with a regular mower until we got here. So have a look at this. You can see just the top of that blade of grass right there. And what happens is it starts to brown, it gets all damaged. So you imagine now all the blades of grass look like that. But when you use a Real Mower and you can cut that blade of grass, and even if I grab one right here, I can show you just this clean cut. I'm going to find a big one so we can do it. Okay, give me a second, Marlo. It's giving you that fantastic scissor cut, which I think is just amazing. And you can see right here, again, it's going to be hard to see. I think I broke it already. But it's just a clean cut. Can I get one smaller for you guys? It's just a clean cut, each one of those blades. So your grass is going to be green. Oh, look at Marlo. She got a great one here. We're just trying to find blades of grass. But it's a clean cut across the top of that blade of grass. So it's not going to brown. It's not going to grow all haphazardly. It grows back better, nicer. It really is a fantastic way to cut the grass. And you know how you know that is if you go to the golf courses, you go to the ball fields, the stadiums. They use much bigger Real Mowers, and they pull the reel behind maybe a tractor because it does a better job of cutting that grass. You can cut the grass a little bit lower if you wanted to get that, you know, that ball field or that golf course look. But this is a better, eco-friendly, better way to cut your grass. So this one, go ahead.
I was going to say, so let's cover the features for you once again. It's going to cut your grass better, right? It's quiet, no fumes, it's not electrical, no pulling, and today it's affordable because we're going to be shipping it to you with free shipping and handling, and it's also offered on FlexPay. If you own it already, because every year we've offered this, it definitely is one of our more popular choices. We would love to hear from you, so join our show. If you could identify with what I said at the top of the show, we've all had that moment where you hear the noisy neighbor, you're annoyed, or maybe you're that person where you do like to get up very, very early when it's nice and cool and the sun isn't out and you want to mow the lawn, but you realize that you're disturbing your neighbors. and you want a quieter option, a more eco-friendly option, then get this. Your neighbors will so appreciate it. We're going to get to mowing here. Now, I wouldn't normally be mowing in this outfit.
Those are some nice shoes.
But for the purposes of TV, you know, this is what we do here. So here we go. I'm surprised at how lightweight it is.
Yeah, it weighs just under 29 pounds. And here's the thing, what we have with this mower is those 10-inch front wheels, and then you've got those trailing wheels in the back. You've got all the different height adjustments there. So those are some of the things you're going to look for. So you have those front large wheels. That's actually the system that's turning that reel, the reel that's turned. And you don't have to walk fast, but even walking at a moderate pace, that reel is spinning very quickly and doing a great job on that grass. Let me see if I can point that more towards you guys. You can see how that spins, and it cuts the grass in such a great way that the first time you're going to notice it is when that grass grows back. It's going to grow back even. It's going to be green. You're not going to burn. I mean, you can look back here. You can see where all that grass is brown. A lot of that happens from a lawnmower hitting it so hard and doing so much damage to it. You have all the height adjustments that you want on here with those rear trailer wheels. Sometimes you can see real mowers that do not have the trailing wheels. This does. It makes it easier to maneuver. So you can get those great lines, those rows back and forth, which is nice. This is our 18-inch wide path. So that makes it easier, or you can cover ground a little more quickly. And this is the largest one that we offer with our 18-inch reel mower, which I think is nice.
So the handle at the very top has like a neoprene covering to it, so it's very comfortable. As you can see, very comfortable. It's wrapped all around the top side. And it's so easy to maneuver and manage that I could literally push it with one-handed if I wanted to. So ladies, for those of you that get out there and you mow your own lawn, and a lot of ladies do, this is going to be very, very easy for you to manage. It's not heavy at all. The size of this is so practical. You know, I'd like that it's so much more smaller and a lot more slimmer profile than a traditional lawnmower.
Absolutely.
You know? So I'll show it to you from
the
side. There's your side profile.
Yeah, when you go to store this in the garage, you're going to store it in the shed or the barn. I mean, you can honestly just hang it on the wall.
That's nice.
It's that easy. And I think it's so nice to think I can go in the garage, I can get this, I can wheel it out to the grass, and I'm cutting the grass. You never have to think about, do I have gas? Do I have oil? Is it going to start? This happens. Is it going to make a lot of noise? Are there going to be fumes and smoke? This is a better way to cut the grass. And I know a lot of people look at it and say, well, why would I want to use that old technology? Well, and if you experienced this when you were a kid like I did, and we had a rusty old number, it was hard to push. Remember, it's the technology of a reel mower, but we have all the components that are much more updated. It's not hard to push. It's going to be easy to push. These blades are all hardened steel, so they're going to stay sharp. And you can see the five-bladed reel that's turning and cutting each blade of grass individually. And you can see with a small turn of the wheel how many times that reel turns. And that's what you're going to get. So it's much easier. So it's the old technology in terms of that has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And the reason it's been around is because this does a better job at cutting your grass. So it's important to know that.
I don't mow the lawn, but if I had to mow my own lawn, I would use a product like this. I could not imagine using the fuel, the loud pulling, tugging, the big monstrosity of a machine. I couldn't imagine that for me personally. But this to me is very easy. So for those of you that are thinking about maybe that's a way that you want to save money, maybe it's a way for you to be able to get in some exercise, because a lot of people enjoy mowing their lawn.
You know, as you mentioned at the very beginning, if you want to get up early and just have that nice morning and just a nice easy walk, mowing your grass, this is going to be perfect. If you have that, you know, maybe an average, you know, home area with a quarter of an acre or something like that, it could be fine. Obviously, if you have 25 acres and you have to mow the grass, this might not be the best idea.
No way.
But, you know the golf courses use them and all those baseball stadiums and things like that, but they're going to be carrying much larger reels behind a tractor. But this is such a great way to really, if you've been struggling with your grass and you're saying, why isn't it growing? Why isn't it look green? This might be the trick to get a better looking lawn by having this. Now, I believe this particular model does come with the grass catcher.
Yep, I'm going to show that to you.
the great thing is you can decide to use it with or without. I think for the majority of the time, and you've seen that we've been cutting the grass without it, that you don't need it all the time, but if you want it, it's there. If your grass is a little bit higher, but I enjoy using it without the grass catcher, which I think is the best way to do it. And you'll see that the grass cuttings will just fall back down in the grass and it'll be perfect. But the option is there to use that. And basically it just, it just snaps on the back. You just put it down in there and then it hooks on. I'm trying to do it with one hand. So this will go on the back, and then you'll just hook the chain on here, and you're set to go. Right, so you can do that. But again, I like using it without, but either way you choose to do it. Again, all the height adjustments are there as well. So use the bag or not use the bag. It comes with it, which I think is great.
If you'd like to pick this up with us today, we do have it on special with the free shipping and handling. It's quiet. This is our earth-friendly brand of products that are very, very successful here at our network.
Look at that.
And I'm glad that it's finally warmed up and that we can finally get out there and mow the lawn. And I love that this is an eco-friendly alternative. And like I mentioned, I myself don't mow the lawn. But if I had to mow the lawn, this would be what I personally would want to use. I certainly wouldn't want to disturb my neighbors with a loud mower, and I certainly wouldn't want to use this huge monstrosity of a machine. And I do love watching golf on television and seeing those exquisite, well-manicured, beautiful, beautiful the grass on the golf courses is just so gorgeous, and I love that finish. It's like a well-manicured finish, and that's the type of finish that this is going to deliver to you. So if you'd like to get it at home, as we've mentioned, there are wonderful reviews on this product. We've offered it every single year. It's quiet, it's lightweight. I can pick it up. I don't know what it weighs. Do you have any idea what it weighs?
Just under 29 pounds.
So it's very manageable.
Oh, you can definitely handle it.
Great to store away.
Exactly. And again, if you're thinking about this technology and it seems like it comes from a very long time ago, and I can remember the one when I was a very little boy and it was very old and rusty and hard to push. That's not the case anymore. We're using that technology of a real mower, but all the components are updated, from the ball bearings and the large wheels that are turning that reel to the materials that it's not going to rust. You can rinse it off with your hose. It's going to stay sharp, that 5-bladed reel that's in here.
Great to get the kids involved.
Exactly. Maybe you have young kids that are starting to be old enough.
For the kids.
You're going to feel better if they go outside and start to cut the grass with this than having to start a mower that's powered, that can be a little bit harder to handle. And remember, if this is a better way to cut the grass. If you were just getting rid of gas, fuel, fumes, noise, and how difficult they are to start, that would be one thing. But if you knew you could do this and get a better looking lawn, this is fantastic. Everything you need, it comes with the grass catcher if you want it, 10-inch wheels in the front, 5-blade reel, the trailing wheels, all the height adjustments, and you will love the way your lawn looks.
All right, everybody, if you'd like to order it, give us a call. Thank you so much. Congratulations to those of you who were able to put your